Welcome to another one of our pastry lessons. If this is your first time here, make sure you click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Today we're going to be making a chocolate fondant. So the first thing to do is to get your 2 whole eggs and your 2 egg yolks into a bowl, add in your vanilla extract and your caster sugar. Using an electric whisk on its highest setting, you're going to want to beat this for about 3 minutes until it is tripled in volume and is pale and fluffy. You'll know this is ready when you can draw a figure of 8 on top without the trail sinking back in before you get back to the start. So put that to one side for a minute, and the next thing to do is to melt together your dark chocolate and your butter. You can do this over a pan of lightly simmering water. I just did it in short bursts in the microwave. Stir this together well to make sure there's no lumps and it's all completely smooth. Now pour this into your whisked eggs, and we're going to fold this in gently. You don't want to overdo this because you'll knock out all the air and then you'll have heavy chocolate fondants. Once you're happy that this is all folded together well, just run your spatula through the centre once to make sure there's no dark brown streaks that appear. Now sieve in your flour. Make sure you don't skip this step because it makes it easier to fold in and it prevents lumps of raw flour in your finished product. And again, we're going to gently fold that in until just incorporated, but do make sure it is well folded in. And don't worry about the cocoa powder that's still sat on my tray, we're going to be using that later. And here's what it looks like when it's done. It should still be quite thick and aerated. If it is thin and runny, you have overfolded it. So now transfer your chocolate fondant mixture to a jug. This will make filling the ramekins much easier later, but for now just put it to one side. Take your cocoa powder and you'll need some melted butter. A piece of paper towel, or you could also use a pastry brush here. And you're going to very lightly grease your ramekins. You want as little in there as possible, just enough to make it look shiny. And remember, I will put all the equipment I use and the recipes in metric and cups in the description below. Now take your cocoa powder, put a little bit in each ramekin and roll it around like so until the entire inside is covered in a thin layer of cocoa powder. Once you have done this, make sure you tap out all the excess. Okay, now you want to fill them up about 3/4 of the way with your chocolate fondant mixture. These will rise in the oven slightly. Once filled, you need to refrigerate them for at least half an hour, and then you can put them into your preheated oven for about 12 to 15 minutes depending on the size of your ramekin. Now for our creme chantilly, we're going to put our cream, our caster sugar and our vanilla extract in a bowl and whisk until stiff peaks. Once your cream looks like this, stop whisking or you will split it. Here the fondants are cooked, so when they're done you want to leave them for 3 minutes before you run your knife around the edge and turn them out. Let's plate this.